Hey everyone, it's your boy Brian Jew, and today on What's Poppin', it's Thursday, which means we're in the dungeon, the basement, of course, of the TBS building, also known as Studio B. For me, of course, the Studio Brian. Anyway, how y'all feeling right now? Maybe some of you are still tired, a little sleepy, you still got your little sleep on, you're still in that little funky mode, but I understand because I feel the same way, because sometimes I wake up tired, just wishing I could sleep for like another 10 minutes. But once I get myself into the radio booth and I'm in here speaking to you guys with my little morning coffee, I'm wide awake. And I'm excited because I'm excited to be here with y'all. Yes, I'm having a great time. Anyways, we're going to get this show started. It's a little bit of a wake-up call for you guys. Wake-up music, of course. And we're going to play a song with the word wake me up in it. Or words, wake me up. And exactly that's what this song is going to do for you guys. But remember, it's related to our word of the day, as usual. So check it out. This is Avicii with Wake Me Up. That was Avicii with Wake Me Up. And you guys are tuning into What's Poppin' on TBS efm, FM 101.3 in Seoul and surrounding areas, and GFN 98.7 in Gwangju and 93.7 in Yeosu. There are many, many ways that you can get in contact with us here at What's Poppin'. It's pretty simple. You can send us a text to sharp or pound 1013 for a charge of 51. Send us a tweet to TBS What's Poppin'. That's with the little @ symbol, of course, in the beginning. At TBS What's Poppin'. Or send us an email to efmpoppin@gmail.com. And you can send us a Kakao message if you add TBS EFM as a plus friend. And if you want, you can contact us any time of the day. Of course, if you're going to Kakao message us or text us, we appreciate all the messages, all the shout outs, and of course, the requests as well. And also, I want to remind you all that we have our open studio that airs every Friday, but it's recorded on Wednesdays. So if you want to be part of that, please send us an email to efmpoppin@gmail.com, and our writer Eugene will get you situated. But for those of you who know about the whole open studio thing, please bring your friends, please bring your parents, please bring your sisters and brothers, whoever you want to bring. We want to get the whole booth crowded and we can have a good time with me, Olivia, and Eugene, of course. It's a fun time. If you miss out, you're only missing out for yourselves. Anyways, we got to get into the word of the day. And the first song that we played for you guys today was called Wake Me Up by Avicii. And you know what? I know a lot of you guys are straight up tired right now. You're at work or you're in the car, driving yourself to work or on the bus or whatever. But with today's word, you guys have to wake up. It's not going to be too easy. I'm not going to make this hard for you guys either. But today's word of the day is, what do you think it is? Usually it's related to the word or the title, of course. But today's word of the day, words of the day, there's your hint. Words of the day. We're going to do 2 words is wake up. Yes, that's what y'all need to do. So I'm going to do it right now for y'all. Wake up! There you go. All right, now the next song I'm going to play for you guys, it's perfect for the word of the day. It's a song by the late Amy Winehouse, and the song is called Wake Up Alone. That was Amy Winehouse with Wake Up Alone. And coming up on today's show, it's Thursday, so that means Eugene will be here for Poppin' News. We're going to go over some crazy, cray news around the world. I'm expecting he's going to be talking about somewhere from Florida, of course. That is part of the world, of course, on the other side for us, because we're in Korea. But right now, we're going to get to the next song. And I feel like the next song is very appropriate for today's word of the day. And also, it has the current month in the song as well. And the song is called Wake Me Up When September Ends. Yeah, I've got my funky mouth thing going on today. But the song is called Wake Me Up When September Ends by Green Day. So, my question to Green Day is, what do you guys have against September? September isn't a bad month, especially here in Korea, because that's when the weather kind of cools down. You got the humidity going away, the rain has stopped, and the weather in Korea is beautiful. You got the leaves slowly changing. And to be honest, if Green Day lived in Korea, I don't think you guys would have ever released a song called Wake Me Up When September Ends, because I would have made a song called Wake Me Up When It's September Again. Yes. Actually, no. I'd want to stay awake. You know what I'm saying? Because September, it's a beautiful, beautiful time in Korea right now. I'm actually wearing long pants and a long shirt. Yes, not a t-shirt and shorts. And it's nice in here. I love this. I love the weather. Anyways, let's check it out. The song is called Wake Me Up When September Ends by Green Day. That was Green Day with Wake Me Up When September Ends. Alrighty, y'all, you know what time it is. It's time to get into the last song of the first half of our show. Yes, and the last song is going to be a song by Wham! Yeah, I'm not trying to hit y'all. The group's name is Wham! Yes, and I know a lot of you guys know this song. This is a song that everybody, even the youngsters in the world, y'all know the song. You might not know the group name, but you know the song. The moment it comes out, you're going to be like dancing. Because when I first heard this song, you know, it's weird because when I first heard it, I already knew the lyrics. It's not a hard song to get into. The song's pretty simple. The lyrics are simple. And the great news and some facts about this song, it was #1 in 8 different countries. And it's one of those songs that just gets stuck in your head. Yes. That's what kind of song it is. Here's Wham with the song, Wake Me Up Before You Go, Go. Don't leave me hanging, something, something like a yo-yo. Don't you ever do that when you don't know the lyrics? You say something, something, or gibberish. Don't deny it. Y'all do it. I do it all the time, especially in the car when you're driving and you have the radio on and you got the song. You're like, oh my gosh, I know this song. But you actually don't because you don't know the lyrics. And you're sitting there with your window down singing out loud and you come to a red stop. It happened to me before, red light, and you're stopping and you're like, wake me up before you go, go, go. And the person next to you in the other car is staring at you like, what is really going on? What are you singing? What language is that? I've done it too many times. And speaking of which, you guys know which main man was in the group Wham. Yes. My man, George Michael, last name Michael, of course. And George Michael, he actually had a few singles on his own, too. Some pretty good singles, too. You know, freedom, freedom. You got the freedom of what you say. You know, and same thing with that song. That's all people know. I know you know that song, but you don't know the rest of the song. It's like, freedom, freedom. I got a freedom of what you say. That's what I did. I don't know what language I'm speaking. You're probably thinking I'm on some kind of weird alien thing going on today. Anyways, we got to play the song for you guys right now. And after the song, I'm going to go straight into the break. And then I'll be back with part 2, Paparazzi, Eugene Huang, Poppin News. Check it out. This is Wham with Wake Me Up Before You Go, Go. Welcome back to What's Poppin', and now it's time for Paparazzi. Now, our story today comes from a website called Hello K-Pop. They write a lot about me as well, so thank you very much. And it talks about Psy and his plans for the future album that he's preparing right now. And he's currently working on a new album, and it has people say that it's going to have the newest comeback single on this album. To be honest, though, gentlemen, I thought that was your comeback single. What happened with that? Anyways, I'm not hating. I love the dude. He's a good guy. So let's read on with the news. Now, apparently the CEO of the entertainment company that Psy works for, Mr. Yang Hyun-suk, said that many world-famous musicians will be working with Psy on this new project. And it should be quite surprising, to the point that it won't make any sense at all. Now, leave it to Psy to outdo himself, of course, on the ridiculous factor. So I got to ask you guys, what and who do you think Psy will work on? Or work with? What do you think the new album's going to be like? I don't know if it's going to be like Gentleman or Gangnam Style. We don't know. Given his image, his his popularity around the world, I'm not sure if he's going to go straight forward and get the A-list artists like Bieber, Beyonce, Bruno Mars, Lady Gaga, maybe Lady Gaga. I could see Lady Gaga working with Psy because Lady Gaga worked with Lonely Island. And speaking of Lonely Island, I could see Psy and Lonely Island doing something, because remember they did something with Michael Bolton. There's another name, maybe Michael Bolton and Psy might do something, He could sing something about Korea when Psy's rapping about something that makes no sense at all, because that's what Gangnam Style kind of is. Anyways, yes, think of some artists that you think that Psy would be perfect with. Tweet us, message us, kakao us, email us, whoever you think Psy should be working with or who you think he will be working with. And maybe I can send the message off the side, be like, hey, Psy, guess what? I do this radio program, and my man and these girls were saying you should work with so-and-so, Hint, hint, use my name. I think I should be on the next Psy album. Could you imagine that? That'd be the bomb. You know what I mean? Psy world touring, you know what I'm saying? Bijou and PSY and Bijou world tour, y'all. 2014, check it out. Anyway, since we're talking about Psy right now, we're going to play a side track for you guys. His recent release, of course. This is Psy with Gentleman. Welcome back to What's Poppin'. And right now it's time for Poppin' News with the go-to guy right now, Eugene Huang in the studio. How you doing, Eugene?
TBS efm News, I'm Paul Yee. No, I'm just kidding.
That's really good.
Yeah, thank you. You were talking earlier, I guess earlier on Monday, that if you had a voice like that and you did the show, it might not really work for this type of radio program. But I mean,
What's popping? You know.
Right. If you do it for the news, then it might actually work because you got to speak clearly and enunciate everything.
That is true. Even Alex, I love the dude. He's a good guy.
Yes.
But if Alex was the host for What's Poppin', it would not go with the vibe, you know?
I guess
Hello,
not.
today's related word up word of the day. First of all, the word of the day is not a word that suits him.
Yeah, I would not think so. Something that would be good for that would be maybe the people from Night Vibe or
That
something
is
like
true.
that.
The funny thing is when I listen to Alex's show in the morning on my way to work, I love hearing him say, so coming up next, we have What's Poppin' with Brian Chu. It sounds so
You know, Brian, that's like less than 5 minutes before you're supposed to be on the air when he says that. So how are you listening to it in your car? No,
Or sometimes.
I'm just kidding. Now, before you also, like, I wanted to talk earlier. You were saying, wake me up before you go. Don't leave me something like a yo-yo.
Yeah.
What's
the actual lyrics?
Hanging on.
Wake me up before you go. Don't leave me hanging on like a yo-yo.
Yeah, okay. So, like, don't string me along.
I know, I knew it was lyrics, but then sometimes you just forget.
Right. But I mean, you said don't leave me hanging something like a yo-yo. The only word you forgot there was on. So it's kind of funny. I thought,
My bad.
No, but it's good. It's
I had a brain tumor.
You know what?
Fart thing, whatever.
That happens all the time
Yes.
to me too. And sometimes I didn't even know that certain words were actually. I thought something else was being sung the entire time, and then I learned later that I can't.
My cousin and I had the same debate the other day in the car. We're listening to the Miley Cyrus song.
Yeah.
This is a party we can do. That song.
Yes.
He goes, this is our house. This is our roof, right?
Yeah.
But she goes, Opa, these are our rules. I was like, listen to the song.
Yeah,
again.
it sounds if you don't enunciate in the lyrics, that happens sometimes. But shall we get into the news? We got
Yes,
some
we
really
should.
interesting stories today. And
Let's do
actually, the first one, this is actually a video that's gone viral. Story is coming from Mail Online, but actually, I saw the video. I don't know if you did. Do you know what twerking is?
Of course, I twerk every day.
You twerk every day.
I'm twerking right now in the studio.
Okay.
Twerk it out. Boom, boom. See?
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
twerking.
It is a special kind of dance that comes from, I believe, the Caribbean, where you shake your posterior for mass effect.
For those of you guys listening right now, Eugene is being very proper, but what he means is when you shake your booty.
Exactly.
Yes.
Provocatively.
Yes.
There was one girl in this video. She wanted to make a special twerking video for her boyfriend.
Okay.
And so she set up the video and everything, put up some candles on the table, and she starts,
Candles don't suit twerking.
Well, she's trying to be romantic or something, right? So she starts twerking and everything, and then she does this thing where she does a handstand and starts doing it upside down, right? To like show off her skills.
Okay.
Problem is, she did it against the door.
Okay.
Right? And then her roommate opened the door while she was doing that. So she fell into the table, broke the table. Her pants caught on fire, and she was like screaming.
Goodness.
You can see a picture of it here if you want to check the
What
video
happened?
out. She was on fire after she crashed through the table. I mean, there was some I think some whiskey on the table also. That I guess the whiskey got all over her pants and then caught on fire, and it was a big disaster. It's called the worst twerking fail ever.
Not only is the worst twerking fail, you know how embarrassing this is?
Yes, but she actually posted it up herself because she thought it was so funny.
Okay.
Because that is pretty funny. You got to think about it. I mean, like she was just trying to like make a little video for her boyfriend.
It's funny if you don't go to the same school as her, but if you were on the same campus as her, and you see her on the street like, oh, you're that girl from YouTube.
Well, if
you're embarrassing.
If I didn't get hurt by it and I had a failure that was that hilarious, I think I would put it up too. I mean, come on, that's fun.
I mean, that's true, but
just
could you imagine if you're in class and all of a sudden the teacher's asking a question, be like, don't ask Allison's because she might twerk it and burn us to death or something like that.
That's true. I would think she's in college though because she has a roommate and everything. So.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
School.
So if she's in college, she probably people aren't gonna hold it that much against her. But let's move on. We have another one. This is another kind of viral video.
Okay.
This comes where it's a fake job interview.
Okay.
Right? So it was an advertisement for the actual the L company.
Okay.
The Korean L company.
I know what you
mean.
mean.
They do. This was in Chile actually, and what they did was they had all these people come into this room for an interview, and then like outside the window, there's like a meteor that hits the earth.
Ooh.
and like the whole world looks like it's going to explode, and they just get their
Sound like
reactions.
an apocalyptic moment. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah. Except for the thing is, the L company replaced the window with a gigantic LCD TV.
Oh.
So that wasn't actually happening outside. It was just a prank, you know. But the point is, they were saying, you know, our TVs are so great, it looks like you're looking through a window.
They did that on like a hidden camera show too, when they put the TV screens on the bottom of an elevator.
Right,
You saw that,
exactly
right?
like that. Yeah. So it was really funny though. Like you could hear the people screaming in Spanish, like, "Oh my God, the world's gonna end!" Because like a huge meteor is, you know, hitting the city and everything, and people screaming and running, and you know they turn the lights off right when the meteor hits, so the person thinks that they're dead and everything. So you know, if it was me, I would be really angry if I was actually scared by that. But
So wait, this is a commercial.
Yes.
This is an ad, but they actually pranked these people?
Yes, yes. They thought they were going.
wrong.
They thought they were going in for a job interview, and then this is what happened. I'm sure, you know, after it happened.
Do you think they got paid for it afterwards?
Probably. Like, I wouldn't be like, okay, we're gonna use your reaction, and haha, too bad for you.
Because
you know?
by law, I didn't sign a waiver saying that you can use my face in this commercial. So basically, they're gonna have to pay these people.
Well, probably after they're done shooting, they'll you know get a release from the people, and then
But
be
what
like,
if that would suck for the people doing the commercial? Because what if they're like, all right, we're not gonna sign a release form. How are they gonna release this commercial?
oh, they already did release it. So
I'm saying if you were the person not signing the
Yeah,
release
yeah.
form.
Well, the worst thing that could happen though is what if somebody, you know, had like a weak heart or something, or you know, something, and being put in a frightful situation actually would you know give you a heart
Your
attack.
death experience, yeah.
Then you know that some people
Not
could end up
wise.
suing for over something like that. Like, you almost made me die from scaring me, which
And-
that's pretty terrible. But
That's sad because it's like felt like the end of the world for them as they knew it.
exactly.
And that's the next song we're gonna play for you guys right now.
What a great segue, Brian.
Yes,
as
this
usual.
is REM with "It's the End of the World as We Know It."
And I feel fine.
Yeah, that was REM with "It's the End of the World as We Know It," and I feel fine.
Yeah, I don't know. Why would you feel fine that it's the end of the world as you know it?
If you think about it, there's nothing you can do.
That's true.
It's gonna happen, so
That's true.
why freak out? You know.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it doesn't happen. But
But
I
of
mean,
course, that wouldn't be the case for me. Of course, if I knew it was the end of the world, I'd be freaking out. I
Oh,
would
really?
be screaming and praying to God. I'd be like,
oh my God, I'm too cool to die.
I'd be like, God, please forgive me for all my sins and
Of
all that
course.
stuff. Everybody be doing that.
Yes, of course. Everyone would be praying, and you know. How would the world end, though? I mean, I guess people are talking about like nuclear disaster or like a meteor hitting the Earth or something like
To
that.
be honest, the world will never know.
Well, yeah, obviously, no one can know the future, really,
Yes.
except for like people from the future.
I didn't know. I can tell the future. I can read the future.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
How so?
Not how so. It's just the gift.
Okay,
Yes.
show me the future.
Future. I see Eugene Huang.
Yes.
Giving the next news. Wow. See, look at that.
Amazing. Wow, I am impressed. This
Yes.
news comes from. Let's see your future telling skills again. Where is this? Which state does this come from? I didn't even read it yet.
The
so.
news comes from Florida.
Yes, it does. Wow, amazing.
good.
Okay, but this is actually not
$25 an hour.
$25 an hour.
Yes.
That's pretty good for
Tax-free. You have to pay me.
futuristic stuff.
You have to pay me.
I have to pay you.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't do
I
it
just
an
read
hour.
your future.
Okay, we'll talk about that after the show, Brian.
Okey
No,
dokes.
actually, this isn't like a bad story coming out of Florida. This is something good. So it's a little change of pace, because normally we talk about really, really crazy people in Florida.
Goofy stuff,
This
yeah.
time it's really amazing. So there's a family of treasure hunters. They're the Schmidt family of Sanford, and they found a pot of gold in the water,
Okay.
15 feet of water near their house. So 150 yards offshore.
Okay.
So they went in looking for some treasure that they heard was buried in the area. Apparently, in 715, a hurricane sunk 11 of some Spanish ships that were carrying gold back to Spain, and they were able to find a gold ring several years ago. But then this time, a few days ago, they found a 64-foot-long thin gold chain, and it weighed more than 3 pounds. And this is worth about $300,000 if it is if they actually were able to melt it down, you know. But it's probably worth more than that because it's actual sunken treasure. So, you know, this family got really lucky and they found it, you know, right near their house. That's amazing. They're treasure hunters. So
Wow.
a lot of people actually do stuff like that where they, you know, go searching the depths of the ocean for where these sunken ships actually happen. If you've seen Pirates of the Caribbean, you know, always the sunken ships have a lot of treasure. And if you can go down with a scuba diver and find
Goonies?
the ship. Oh, yes, the Goonies. Right,
Yes,
right.
that's a classic one.
Do you remember the pirate's name from the Goonies?
Pirate's name.
It was
Don't tell me, Captain One-Eyed Willie.
Yes, One-Eyed Willie. Yes. Good memory. Good
Goonies
memory.
for y'all because that's one of my favorite movies. I have
Me
it on
too.
Blu-ray.
Me too.
Yes.
That's a good movie. And
It's
actually,
funny because on Blu-ray,
yeah.
it doesn't look like an old school movie. It looks like it's updated.
Really?
I was surprised.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously, it looks like it comes straight out of the 80s.
Yes.
But, when I was a kid, though, I saw the Goonies, and then I bought the novelization, the book.
Okay.
And I had my mom read the book to me as a bedtime story because I was a little kid and everything. The book is very different from the movie, actually.
Isn't it the case for all movies and books?
Except for the movie came out first, and then they wrote the book, right? So they added a few more like layers in there and stuff. There actually, the kid Mikey, I think he had a thing for his older brother's girlfriend.
To Mikey, the one who speaks Spanish to the housekeeper.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and he had a thing for in the movie they kissed, but. Before that, you just thought it was just like a random kiss that happened by accident. Turns out, in the book, he's been like fantasizing about her for a really long time before that. So, not really fantasizing, but whenever she comes over, he's like, "Oh, she's pretty," stuff like that. Of course, he's only like a 12-year-old kid in the book or in the movie, right?
Yep. He speaks Spanish, and it's funny because the Spanish ship in this story.
Oh yeah.
Look at the connection.
That's really yes, definitely.
But did you ever like fantasize about being a pirate or finding
I
treasure?
did. I think finding treasure would be a lot of fun. But the thing that I would not like about being a pirate is generally the bad food and lack of vitamin C.
And most
everything.
pirates always miss one eye.
What's that?
They
Oh,
always
right.
have no
Yeah,
eye.
they have one. Well, I guess
they have
that's
a little eye patch.
from all the fighting and everything, right? And they
Yeah.
have like the peg legs where they lose their legs to
Or
sharks
you
and stuff.
have a limb that's missing, like Captain Hook.
Yes, Captain
Yes.
Hook. That was interesting.
Yes.
I always wondered about Peter Pan. Like, why did they name him Captain Hook?
Because he had a hook for his hand.
That's true, but he once had two hands, so why would they call him Captain Hook before that?
Maybe he was Sir Mean Guy, and all of a sudden, got his hand cut off. Like, we'll call him Captain Hook.
Okay.
Nicknames do change over time. Like
I
for me,
suppose so.
Yeah, I used to be called a Jew or a Baby Jew back in high school because
Baby Jew.
They call me. My brother was called Jew Boy,
Right.
but since I was the younger kid, they called me Baby Jew.
So you were a baby Jew, and then you went through your
Younger
bar
brother.
mitzvah at 13, and then you
Yes.
became an adult.
I became an adult.
Jew. Sorry.
Well, technically, I am an adult, and I'm a Jew last name.
Yes.
And now, when I'm working out, people call me Bijou.
That's cool.
Yes.
Or they call you, I guess.
And in France,
yeah.
Bijou means something, but I don't know what it actually means.
Bijou?
Yeah, remember there's a Korean K-pop group a long time ago called Bijou?
I do remember that.
Yes,
And so
guy and a girl.
you should have sued them for defamation or something. For
But it's spelled
stealing your
different.
friend. Yeah,
That was spelled
B-I-J-O-U.
Yeah, B-I-J-O-U. And I'm B.J-O-O.
Of course.
That's my next single. B.J-O-O. B.J-O-O.
Wiki,
Twerk
wiki,
it,
wiki,
twerk it, twerk it, twerk it, twerk it, twerk
Do a
it.
handstand, break the
Get
table,
them
get on
candles
fire.
lit on your pants. There ain't no ants in my pants.
Yeah, I wonder about that girl. I hope that, her boyfriend appreciated what she did for her.
I'm pretty sure her
him.
boyfriend broke up with her because he was embarrassed.
Come on, you wouldn't
Could
do
you
that.
imagine if that happened? If we found out from a YouTube clip, like you see a comment.
Yeah.
The sad part of this whole story is her boyfriend was so embarrassed he broke up with her. I'd be like,
That's not
you are a
right.
mean dude.
There would be no reason to do that.
Yeah, that'd be messed up if you did that. But with that
Yes.
said, with mean dudes in the world, we have to wrap things up.
Yes, we do.
It is that time. Thank you, Eugene.
Thank you very much, Brian. It's always a pleasure to bring you the Poppin news, the craziest news from around the world.
Alrighty. And since the last news was about treasures and ships and stuff, we got a song by Neil Young called After the Gold Rush.
Yes.
And we had a great time. This is Brian Jew
And Eugene Huang.
signing off.
Peace.